This is the calm before the storm. And if you've ever seen any videos in here, like with the 5200 stuff, you'll wonder why I have a keyboard and mouse in here. And that's because it's meant for the Steam Deck to use as an actual computer. Now, you can actually use the Steam Deck as a computer, a Linux computer. And this is literally what I'm using it for today. I've got Best Buy up, I've got Walmart up, I've got Target up. And I even got the shortcut Substack. Trying to hopefully get a Switch 2. I'm trying to go to the chat here. Oh, there we go. And I do have a Substack. Don't really keep it up too much, but it is what it is. So there's Walmart. I have all the stuff I want to pick up in this go around, because the games I'm going to need to get digitally, so I don't need to worry about that. And the GameCube controller doesn't go up till Nintendo does their own pre-orders, because it's an NSO exclusive. So I pretty much have everything I want to get favorited, and I'm hoping that worked out for the PS5 Slim to get the anniversary edition, so I'm hoping that helps here. And on Best Buy, I have everything as a saved item ready to move into my cart once 12 o'clock hits. I got both switches just in case I'm having an issue. One, now, the word going around is that they're making more of the Mario Kart bundle, so it'll be easier to get the Mario Kart bundle than it is to get the standard Switch 2. And here's a couple pictures from GameStop around that people took pictures of, where you can see that the Mario Kart bundle is getting more in stock than the standard. So, and here's Target, where I guess I actually have a Mario Brothers shirt on my favorites, because I'm trying to make a midnight launch. I'm trying to get a shirt to go along with it. So this way I have a Nintendo shirt I can wear to the midnight launch. As of right now, only Best Buy and GameStop are doing it, but GameStop doesn't go online until 11 a.m. These three, however, go up at 12 noon. I'm sorry, 12 midnight. And as you see, it's 10:57 p.m. So here is the Nerve Center. And I'm trying to see if I can get it online. Try to get those three in one go around, because right now that's what I've got the funds for, because I don't get paid till tomorrow, and that's pretty much where the games are coming from. If I gotta go online, then I gotta go on a physical line, then I'll have to leave here probably around 6 or 7 in the morning. But I'm hoping to score them online so I don't have to do that. And I'm also helping my case is that I'm trying to shoot for local pickup, so this way shipping usually goes quick. There's a stock for shipping, and then there's a stock for in-store. I don't think Walmart's doing that, but Walmart's sort of my second choice. Well, technically my third choice, because GameStop and Best Buy are my two top choices, since they both have midnight launches. So, wish me luck.
Several months later.
Well, it's 10:51. Wednesday, June the 4th. It is the dead of night. Barely any lights except for the clock on the screen. And in another 10 minutes time, I will be leaving here and going to Union to Best Buy to pick up the Switch 2. And we'll be unboxing it on camera, setting it up. Can't really play it too much tonight, if at all, because I've got to let it download, because a lot of the games are pretty much download only, except for Cyberpunk. And I have tests tomorrow. I got to go to a hospital, get heart tests done, the 4-hour test in the afternoon. So what was supposed to be a launch day of me just sitting on my ass playing Switch, I got to bring the Switch with me. That's going to be fun. But at least it'll be a nice road test, and hopefully I can get some footage while I'm at the hospital playing the damn shit. As I said, this is going to be a long video because I want to capture the entire night, the entire day of launch. And it begins in a little over an hour. So I guess I'll fill you in when we get there. Alright, it is midnight. It is the Switch 2 launch. And people are picking it up and they are walking out. They're doing 2 at a time here at Best Buy. 2 from the pre-order line, 2 from the non-pre-order line, which is all the way back there and wrapping all the way around the store. I would have gotten footage of it, but with the pre-order line swelling up behind me, I figured, what the hell, get in line, get my Switch, get the hell out of here. But yeah, having a good time talking with the folks, waiting for our pickup. Trying to get some footage of people leaving the store with success. Here's another one right over there. As we're moving
What's that
inch
shit you play
closer.
with the little people that be creating shit?
The what?
The shit that be creating with the little people?
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing? I was gonna say, Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I can't wait for a new Animal Crossing game. That's gonna be awesome.
You know, you said Mario. What are you playing first?
See, with people over there, I wonder if they were told
gonna
if they're
battle
not
each other?
getting
You gotta get
Switches.
your, friends code.
Because there was a long line, and there's gonna be a lot of disappointed people tonight. All right, so I'm here picking up the Switch, and this is all everything: switches, controllers, SD cards, cameras, what have you. This giant wall of goodies. Just trying to search for the rest of my stuff, and we'll be heading home to unbox. And they got 2 separate lines. They got this one, which is for pre-orders, and over there, which is for people that have been waiting outside that didn't have a pre-order. So hopefully some people get lucky tonight. So I guess now that they're starting to find my stuff, we're on the clock. The scene, GameStop. Many people online, not just Best Buy, but GameStop as well. Everyone's out for Switch night. Switch 2 night, I should say. And we were riding on 22 on our way home, trying to get something to eat and set up the Switch. I'm in the car with SK over here. And I believe, hopefully this McDonald's is open, drive-through. We're about to find out. Oh, they have Krispy Kreme too. I think I gotta go up to the.
Yeah, do they?
I gotta go for a heart test. No.
That's fake.
Oh, how you doing? Let me get the. Do you still have the 40 nuggets and 2 fries deal?
Sorry?
Do you have the 40 McNuggets and 2 fries thing?
What size? Large, medium?
Yeah, it was in the app. I didn't place an app order yet. That's why I was wondering if I could get it through the drive-thru. All right, so it is almost 2 in the morning. We've drove around, seen GameStops, Best Buys, other areas, got something to eat. But we're finally home, and we've got a lot to go through. Now, first thing I want to show you is since we went to Best Buy, we have a commemorative coin, and this was the free collectible promised if you pre-order from Best Buy. So, where to begin? Let's start with the game cartridge. This is a Nintendo Switch 2 game cart, and you can see it's pretty much the same case size as the Switch. Now, the reason I went with Cyberpunk 2077 on cart is because this is the only confirmed game right now that's not a first party that has the entire game on the cartridge, and is the only one that uses the full 64 gig cartridge. So that's what this is for. It has got a red spine, red case, and we're going to cut it into it right now. I'm sure the servers are slammed right now. I feel bad for all those people waiting in line because it was really hot today here in Jersey. And it's going to be even hotter tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be 91. Well, later today, I should say. Going to be 91. Absolutely insane. The case feels so much cheaper, though. It's a lot flatter, whereas the Switch case was a lot more round, a lot more thicker. Seems to be a little thinner. And we have stickers. Yay. Looks like almost like a wallet. At least, thank God, we got some goodies. And we have a letter. And register for my rewards, whatever that is. I'll probably already have registered it by the time you watch it. And here is the Switch 2 cartridge in all its glory. It is a red color. It's got notches on the back. I think it's just one specific to... I'm going to try to do it on a part of the tongue that I'm not going to miss. They still taste bad. Not as bad as, say, the original Switch, which was really bad. But it tastes bad. Now let's see if it numbs the side of my mouth for a week like the other one did. Alright, so we don't really need to open this, but because it's a blister pack. But this is the micro SD Express for the Nintendo Switch, the Samsung model. And right now the cheapest one, that's a reputable brand. I highly advise you to stay away from the Lexars, because the Lexars are absolute crap. Do not buy Lexar. I repeat, do not buy Lexar. I only would trust SanDisk, and I do have a SanDisk, but I want to buy this because I want to make sure that it worked on the Switch, and with my schedule the way it is, I can't diddly-daddle around to make sure. So I want, and all this packaging, by the way, again, for this little fucking thing. This little thing. I bought it when it was $59.99 for the 256. Now it's $71.99 because you're starting to see those tariffs come into effect. Even though right now, as we're shooting this on launch night, there's a pause on them, but they still came in the country during that 140 whatever the fuck from China. So it's reflected in the price. So now let's unbox the Pro Controller. Or no, let's unbox the camera. Let's get the really unimportant shit out of the way. So this is a Nintendo Switch camera. And what this is, if you're going to do game share, not game share, game chat. You want to see your buddies want to see you. Here it is. Now, normally I wouldn't get this. I really wouldn't. But again, with the tariffs, if I didn't want to be in a situation where I like what I saw later on, change my mind and it's double the price. So And kudos to Nintendo, by the way. They finally decided to seal their boxes. Finally. This isn't Best Buy doing it. Because look, sealed. Sealed. Even the Switch 2, sealed. So thank you, Nintendo, for finally sealing your boxes. Thank you. I mean it. Because now, you know, it helps because when we buy something, we know it's actually new because it's got the sticker. A lot of times in Nintendo products, you don't know if it's been opened, used, because there's no sticker. I know I should have grabbed the razor, but I didn't. I know, so sue me. And by the way, we're going to be doing the GameCube controller separately because that comes later today through UPS. Because that's only available on the website. I don't know if it's actually available now for those who missed it. I'm sure it's going to go quick. So we're going to open the box. And by the way, here is the entire box. And it connects through USB. And it's got a built-in privacy shutter. I'll show that in a second. Something's stuck in the box. Oh, it's the stand. All right. So it opens up this way. We have our USB cord right there. And this is a hefty little fucker. This really is. It's a hefty little fucking thing. And here is our camera. I think it's steel. Huh. Wouldn't you know it? Definitely steel. Oh, at least the pole. So this is the camera. And the USB goes in. I don't know if you can see it. It goes in under here. So how you're going to work it is you're going to take this cord. You're going to obviously unwrap it first. And it's got these stupid ass twist ties. And it's a USB long, really long. I want to say maybe, I was like a 4-footer. So not as long as I thought. So it's a USB-C to USB-C. Much like the, not as thick, but much like the cable used to charge those Pro Controller. Put one end underneath here. And then you tuck it into the plastic, the rubber part on the back here. And try not to unplug it as you're doing it. There we go. And you're good to go. And the piracy shutter, Jesus. The privacy shutter is simple enough. You have this little disc, and it even says open with a little notch. So what you're going to do is open, shut, open, shut. See? No see. See? No see. Okay. So we're going to put this to the side because we don't need it right now. I want to actually take a look at the camera and make sure we're still recording. Because it'd be awkward if we weren't. Yep, we are. Because you never know. Especially there's a lot to do. So much to do. I'm going to put the stuff in the box for right now. I'll worry about the plastic cleanup later. So now we got the Pro Controller, and it's a lot smaller box. It's a lot taller, whereas the original one was out more. And there it is on the back. I'm curious to see what the Pro Controller, because remember, I wasn't able to get into the Switch 2 experience, which I'm not happy about. I got into this one for the original Switch, got into the one, let me get the fucking blade. Got into the one for the Wii U, got into the one for the original Switch, somehow couldn't get into the one for the fucking Switch 2. I don't know why. Nintendo botched that whole thing too. Because instead of you doing what they did before, and basically allowing you to select all of the times that you were available, and giving and assigning a random time based on that, they only let you literally put in for one block. That's it. Didn't matter whether they had other people in the other empty spots those days. You missed one block, like you apply for one block, you didn't get in, that's it. That was ridiculous. That was uncalled for. Anyway, the same, we got a USB A to C cord, same thickness as the one for the camera. And here's our first look at the Pro Controller, making sure I don't have any oil on my hands left from the nuggets. Let me actually wash my hands again, just so I know, just so I can be sure. Especially when that controller is $90. My God. $90 for that fucking controller. So I want to make sure my hands are really clean and oil-free, because I had nuggets and fries. Oil-free before I even touch the Switch or the controller. The camera I don't give a fuck about. You know, everything else I don't give a shit about. But the Switch and the controller are going to be probably the two things I use the most. So, obviously, care about the Switch. Now, alright. Where were we? The Pro Controller. And here she is. And she's a beaut. Oh, wow. I can see why they're talking about it feels more premium. Oh, this feels so much nicer. I wish the buttons weren't as spaced out. That's one thing, because my fingers tend to go in the middle. So it sucks for me to play one of these. Here's the two buttons on the back. Now, don't mind the spots. That's just my hands are a little watery. Like sweaty from the paper towel. I don't know why. When I wash my hands, it absorbs. Like my fingers absorb water. Like my fingers absorb oils and stuff. I don't know why. Jesus Christ. So, and by the way, the top and inside the sticks are white. So in addition to the extra buttons, that's the other distinction with the controller, that you can tell it's a Switch 2 controller and not a Switch 1 Pro Controller. Because, yeah, technically you could use your Switch 1 controller with this, but you cannot wake the system up from sleep mode. So if you're going to put on sleep mode, you're screwed. Because you're going to have to get up off your ass and you're going to have to change it, wake it up yourself. So that's that. Now for the main event, the Switch 2. Here at the front of the box, we got the Mario Kart bundle, and it is a sticker, and it says full game download, Mario Kart World. Now, whether it's a code or it's built in, I don't know. We're going to find out in a few minutes. Users interact, everyone. Doesn't say limited edition or whatever. There is a top, and here is the side. Here's the other side, the back. And by the way, a lot of this is spoiled. I can cover up my serial number. A lot of this is spoiled because Nintendo has been putting up stuff like this on their Nintendo Today app. So if you have it, like I do, you already have seen this stuff. But who gives a shit, because you're seeing it again. And you got the setup instructions inside the box. Here's the moment of truth. Ah, yes. There it is, folks. The Nintendo Switch 2. It is here. It is finally open. At 2 in the morning, it's open. And here is the left Joy-Con. Oh, wow, this is a big mother. Oh, yeah, that feels good. I like that. And especially more comfortable to hold when you're playing it like this, although wish they would have moved this down a little bit, you know? Because even though you got this much space, you still got this tiny little thing when you're playing side with the Joy-Con. And there's the release for the magnet. You can feel the magnet a little bit in here. Like when you're holding like this, your fingers sort of gravitate toward the middle. And you got the bigger triggers. Sorry. So that's the left Joy-Con. Here is the right. And again, these are hella hefty. I like this. This is nice, and it's matte too. It's like a matte finish. All right. Here's the tablet. Now I don't want to open a tablet. Oh, this is heavy. I don't want to open the tablet yet until I have, because I want to put the tempered glass on. But this is heavy. My word, look through the bag. I'm probably going to do that off camera so this way I can show you the tablet and putting it together. Wait, there's something in here. And the Mario Kart is a download. Scratch off for download code. So I'll be doing that. And we got our health and safety booklet, as we always do. Ooh, ultra certified cable. Fancy. So fancy that they only have one twist tie. If you can believe that. But it's ultra. It's certified. It's high speed. It's short. Damn, excuse me. It literally looks like the same HDMI they gave you with the original Switch. So I don't know what's so premium about it, but I guess we'll find out. Here is the Joy-Con straps. One for the left of me and one for the right. So I had Jokers to the left of me and Clowns to the right, or however that is. And it's just like this. Or is it backwards? Oh yeah, I got it right the first time. It's not going in as I thought it would. There we go. Because this is what it looks like with the strap. And if you want to release it, ta-da! Excuse me. Been a long night so far. And we got the one for the right. And by the way, it still has the plus and minus. And I actually like these. You can tell, like, the magnet was picking it up there. Okay, so it's got to go from below and up. And it's nice that this is what's mouse mode, because you got this and you place it like that, like this. And it's great because I finally have Joy-Con straps that I don't fear anymore. Like for the first ones, you try to put the Joy-Con straps on and there's people that were getting their fingers cut because of the rails. No more. Now it's simply just this. And of course I had to get a little water on the analog stick because of my mouth, but whatever, from my nose or whatever, but that's fine. Lift it up. And we have more stuff. We have our AC adapter. The plug part of it anyway. You know, the cord, I should say. The plug is the other part. And it's always tricky to open these damn things up. Come on. Open up. There you go. And a little bit of a short cord, which I'm not too surprised about. But that's fine, because I'm going to use it on an extension cord anyway. And this is hefty. This is the Switch 2 AC adapter, and of course the plug goes in the back here, and this goes into the wall or wherever. You could literally throw this out a window and break it. You could throw it at somebody's head and kill them. That's how heavy it is. And this is the new puppy dog. Oh, it says Switch 2 on it. How lovely. So, these are supposed to go on magnetic, much like the actual system. You've seen that, right? Release. And attract. Nice. Let's try that again with the left side. Woo! Oh, this puppy dog feels so much better. Only my one complaint is the ZR feels a little stiff. I'm hoping that's can be worked in. And finally, the real horsepower of the unit, the dock. And this is a much bigger dock for a much bigger switch. You have the light in the corner. And this isn't just a simple converter that is in a dock like last time. Oh no! By the way, you got the USB in here. This is completely its own thing. Because in here you can put the AC adapter, the HDMI, and the LAN. But also it's got a fan in here to cool the system, and you can see the vents in here. To cool the system when you have it docked. And on top of that, there's an upscaler in here, and this is what allows the switch to output in 4K 60. So when we're playing it handheld, it's only 1080p. But pop it in this, plug it into a 4K TV, you could play games in up to 4K 60. I think you could play up to 120 hertz on TV. I'm not sure about that, but I know at least 4K 60 this will output. So now everything's out of the box, I am going to attempt to put the screen protector on here, and I want to show you the switch itself. And now with the tempered glass on and me having to take the Browns to the Super Bowl because my ass couldn't just wait 5 minutes, we have our Switch 2 tablet, and it is a hefty beast right here. And of course you got the USB on the bottom, your vents, your speakers, but also you got a USB on the top this time, so you can put accessories either there or on the bottom. And that means your camera or your power, which is great because I don't have to worry about the cable coming under my system anymore. I can just put it on the top like the Steam Deck. Excuse me. Got the headphone jack. We have the game card slot, which has a nice steel top now. Your volume, your power, your kickstand with the SD card slot. And remember, it can only use micro XD. It can only use the micro SD express format, and is spring loaded. And the kickstand, let's check that. Oh, that is nice. It's nice. And let's put our Joy-Cons. Oh, that is beautiful. I love that. Listen to that. Just like that. It is not going anywhere. See? Not going anywhere. And of course, it's got a little gap. And just release. Oh, ta-da. All right, now, moment of truth. Let's turn her on. Oh. And by the way, the bezel is only from here to here. So it's got that base like in the original Switch. We're gonna set it to US. Americas, accept. Okay, internet settings. Hopefully I remember this by heart. And we get my password to do this test. Come on. Please. I'm sure the servers are slammed right now. There you go. Good girl. And it's going to download update data because they pretty much locked the system behind a day one update. Detach the right Joy-Con 2 and detach the left. Select next with the controller you removed. Connect to a TV, we'll do later. And we don't need the attachment guide. Downloading update data, 1 minute left. And we're gonna put the Joy-Cons back on there because the dock is already hooked up. So when I went to the bathroom, I at least was able to do that. So the dock is hooked up and ready to go. So I can download everything. And it is updating the system. And by the way, the software it's basically using is an offshoot of the Switch. So the Switch 2 apparently starts at 21.1. That's the day one patch, or 21.2. So we'll find out which is which when we update. Because you can't really do anything else but update. System update complete. Don't transfer. Let's add a user. And I'm going to pause this so I can sign into my Nintendo account. All right, so we have the user added to the system. We're going to, skip. Set parental control, skip. Setup complete. And we are going home. Nice and loud. I can't wait to try it out at the hospital tomorrow and see how loud it really gets. Oh, that's nice. That is fucking cool. And we got our virtual game cards added. And with this, we're going to take her to the TV.